First thing I need to do is put on lip balm. So yesterday I named it Let Go and Connect with the Universe, but really I think it was Break Free. I really feel like it was Break Free more than anything. I'm going to change the name of it. Update. Break free and connect with the universe. Yeah. Okay. All right. TGIF, yeah, welcome to the end of the week. How are we wrapping up another week? We hung out with Violet this week. Do you feel like that even happened? I felt like I could have given Violet a little bit more attention. Although, you know what? She's coming in right away to say, you know what? She's like, no. She's like, I actually don't need the attention. My whole point, my whole message is that you give yourself attention, right? So Violet's like, no, stop right there. Stop right there, ho. Stop right there, ho. You give yourself the intention, the attention, the intention. Pay attention to you. So anyways, our herb of the week was Beautiful Violet. Our affirmations this week reminded us that we were free, that we attract people with our frequency. The affirmation was, I attract the right people with my honey vibes. Right, so if you're not honey, if you're vinegar, you're gonna attract those type of people that are also vinegar too. So it's like, if you don't like what you're attracting in your life, change your energy, change your frequency, change your thought patterns. Violet really took us through a lot of this introspection this week. So we had a great week here at Ho. Monday, we did a nice long podcast with our herb of the week, Violet. Tuesday, we had a good tarot reading, just a self check-in. If you didn't do that for yourself, maybe this weekend, give yourself a little time to ask yourself, maybe with cards, maybe without cards, but just, where is my mind? What does it need? How is my body? Does it need anything? Then we also asked about our finances and a message from our higher self. So that was Tuesday. That was good. Wednesday, we manifested more dignity. I was a little hairy scary on that because I was like, dignity? Sounds familiar. Do I have any? Yes, we manifested a little bit more of that because we just had to remember that it wasn't even anything about like hardly manifesting. Like, it was almost more remembering. Like, everyone's born with dignity, so you've got it. Go get it. It's inside of you. It's inherent, and if something's taken away from that, we need to eliminate it. Well, isn't that kind of what the trees followed up with yesterday? Break free of the things that are holding you back, that are limiting you, that are standing in the way of you and your dignity, or whatever it is, right? Feeling good, manifesting good things, holding you back from being creative, holding yourself back from you being you. So that was yesterday with the tree guides. It was awesome. It was so good. Yesterday, I don't like always toot my own horn, toot toot, but yesterday was friggin' amazing. Even though I was not myself having an amazing day. Everyone was up my ass. Everyone was throwing me off. My van did not pass inspection. People crawled out of the woodwork to call me, text me. Just is like, I felt like yesterday people zapped my energy a little bit. Like, yo, you guys just took way too much. You took too much, right? But then it was kind of fun at the same time because I'm like, where the where the heck are all these people coming from? What happened yesterday? Realized there's a spider living in my iPad hole, and this is kind of funny. So like yesterday, I'm like, well, there cannot be a spider listening in my iPad hole. Listening? Are you listening to me? I was like, there cannot be a spider living in my iPad hole. Like, that's creepy. It's a little jumpy black thing. So I stuck a sharp, pointy pair of scissors in there, and I'm like, oh, I got it. I killed it. Now it's just gonna dry up in there. Well, guess who I saw this morning? The spider. I did not kill the spider, and that kind of made me happy because there was a part of me yesterday that felt bad about killing the spider, and I was like, what the hell, like that, why do you feel bad? And I felt bad because I was like, I don't have that many people that want to be close to me. And this spider apparently loves me because it's living in my iPad hole. I don't even, anyways, it's tiny enough to fit in that hole. It's building a little web there, and you know what, it can fucking stay. It can stay. You know what? It can stay. I don't use my iPad. Like, some people cuddle their iPad. They take it into bed with them. They're like, this is my iPad. And they love it. I don't do that with me and my iPad. We don't do that. It's on a stand. It's on this old ass Lazy Susan spinny thing that I found at Goodwill. So I don't cuddle my iPad, so I'm not going to be like holding the iPad. There's really no reason for this spider and I to cuddle or touch each other or get on me. I mean, what the heck? Like, it wants to live in my iPad hole. So anyways, that was also yesterday. Like, I dedicated almost 20 minutes to talking about this spider yesterday, so I'm just not going to go down that road again. I'm just going to reel it in. You know, but anyways, when I saw its little eyes looking at me today and its little like spider legs, I was like, oh, I didn't kill you. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna let you stay. I'm gonna let you stay. I'm gonna let you stay. All right, so what's our next Violet affirmation? I create safe spaces for others to openly share with me. Or spiders. I create safe spaces for spiders to live in my iPad hole. But you know what? Everyone needs to be around someone who feels good. Okay, is that what I'm supposed to say? That was a weird thought coming in. But it's like, if I have good energy to share with people, if I have light, if you have good vibes, you may attract a few spiders in your life. You may attract a few people that are weird and scary and dark and negative, and you're like, what? But guess what? You're going to rub off on them. You're going to inspire them. So it's like, embrace the spiders in your life, right? And, you know, just share your space the best you can with everybody. So another good one from Violet was, I honor my time to retreat and nourish myself. That's a great affirmation to go into the weekend, because you need to take care of yourself. You gotta chill out, and you have to fallow. You have to fallow, bitch. You got to give yourself time to be left alone, to just be you with you, to nourish yourself, nurture yourself, refuel. Like, yesterday was fun for me. I loved interacting with everybody. But then I was like, and now I'm retreating for the evening. Leave me alone. You know? And then when I'm ready to play again, I come out, right? Or I get on Facebook. Oh God, don't even get me started about Facebook. All right, I use discernment and good timing for all my interactions. I think I practiced that this week. And I look inside for my guidance. Yeah, that's been the big old theme for Violet, for sure. So on that note, let's do our affirmations for Violet. I want you to either say them aloud with me as I do in the recording, if you can. If you print it out, the printable, you have that to read along with, or just listen. I say them in the first person. Just pretend that my voice is your voice. So here we go. Let's do it. Spider in my hole. That's what I will call that segment. Holy ginger. Affirmation. Violet. Did that go in? Now I'm afraid to touch my iPad because there's a goddamn spider living in it. All right.
This affirmation minute is brought to you by our sweet herb of the week, Violet, and I lovingly dedicate them all to you. Thank you so much for hanging out. I am free. I attract the right people with my honey vibes. I create safe spaces for others to openly share with me. I honor my time to retreat and nourish myself. I use discernment and good timing for all my interactions. I look inside for my guidance. I am free. I attract the right people with my honey vibes. I create safe spaces for others to openly share with me. I honor my time to retreat and nourish myself. I use discernment and good timing for all my interactions. I look inside for my guidance. And so it is.
That chai is making me sweat. Whew, all right. Okay, live recording of the podcast. 12 minutes. I told my kids I'd be done in an hour. Psh, that is not true. Okay, did the affirmations. So TGIF, thank God it's fun. We're going to do something fun and new this Friday. It just came to me. I've had so many different ideas come to me this week. It's been weird. Like I've had a dumping of ideas. So do you ever see those like Instagram posts where there's like this really pretty artsy picture and they've got 3 different piles or 3 different cards. Sometimes it's just one card, but I have 3 different piles of cards and you need to pick pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. So 1, 2, or 3. Pick one now. Pick 2 now. Pick 3 now. Which number are you going to go with? 1, 2, or 3? So we're going to do a custom, and I don't know what's in each pile. I'm a little nervous. And I've never really done this, but I think it'll be fun. You pick pile number 1, 2, or 3, whichever one you're called to. And I'm going to try to see what message is in each one. All right. So anyways, this is fun. I'm nervous though, between the chai that I was drinking that's making me sweat and the fact that like I'm like a little nervous, like what's gonna be in these piles. Like will it even be a coherent message for people or not, right? Hold on. We'll see here. So anyways, 1, 2, or 3, you got your number? I just looked up, it said 132 on the ticker. So anyways, pick a pile, any pile, and we are going to see what is what. I'm gonna make some more room here. So anyways, what kind of fun are you gonna have this weekend? I have so much I need to get done this weekend. It's crazy. I must, I must catch up with myself on Herbal Marie. Oh my gosh. Just nuts how I can get so behind sometimes but not even really. Do you know what I mean? Like, not even that behind, but I have Mullen to finish, the Mullen podcast, and then now I'll have the Violet one, plus I have a tarot one, plus I have more WTF wild edibles to do, plus I had some other ideas. So anyways, 1, 2, or 3, you're picking a pile. And then I will definitely put these pictures up on the Instagram at Herb Oracle. So pick which number, 1, 2, or 3, you resonate with the most, and I will see about getting a message for ya. Can I choose all of them? I need 3 messages. All right, so here we go. I think you understand the game. And I will tell you, we will see what kind of message I can get from this first pile. So we've got a collection, I don't even know how many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. 5 cards in each pile. There's a Flower Whispers by Tina T. Ames. There is an essential oil deck called the Botanic Whispers deck. There's a Soul Flowers deck. There is Magical Herb Oracle and Witch's Kitchen. So here, if you picked pile number 1, if you resonated with number 1, you are getting Lavender, Skullcap, Evening Primrose, Cypress, and I'll read your quote. Okay, so right away you're getting a very relaxing, grounding, comforting message. That's the energy right away. So you've got Lavender and Skullcap and Evening Primrose and Cypress and a little flower whisper that says, know that you can start late, look different, be unsure, and still triumph. So you're getting a message to relax. The Lavender has a message about sleep. The Skullcap has a message about meditation. And the Evening Primrose has a message of rebirth. Now the Cypress card has a message about grief and sorrow, some solace, a transition. Maybe you have been feeling inconsolable. Maybe you have just been feeling like shit about yourself, about your life, like literally something happened that you're literally, your heart has just been hurting in pain. And it's been heavy. The energy has been heavy. It's like you should be meditating, but it's like, how do you let yourself get in there? All you really want to do is sleep. And maybe you are sleeping a lot just to escape. Or maybe it's like, now it's getting to the point where it's like, you can't even sleep it off. I don't know. I know that point where you're like, God, I just want to sleep and I cannot. So Lavender kind of wants you to relax, kind of get your space where you rest, to be your place of retreat. Like, I love my bed. I love my bed so much. I love my comforter. I love my lamps. I love the fact that, like, behind me there are stacks of oracle decks, there's books, there's journals, there's pens. I can listen to music, I can knit. I love going to bed. I love going to bed because I very rarely go to sleep for hours on hours on hours. And I'll sleep a little bit and I'll wake up and I'll like listen to more music or turn on the light back on and read. I mean, I really would like to like fall asleep and stay asleep, but who the hell does that, you know? So it's like this message from Lavender. In the witch's kitchen, there's all these flowers hanging, dried sachets or satchels little bags of lavender, just lavender everywhere. There's a little frog, a little salamander, lavender soap. So it's like, let's clean up your space. If you have too much stuff in your bedroom and it's just like you go in there and you're like, oh my God, what's all this laundry piled into mountains? Take care of that. Create a space where you look around and you're like, I love this bedroom. I love climbing into bed. My sheets are clean. My pillows feel good. I've sprayed a little lavender oil. Like, do something for you that you can rest well, because you did get this Cypress card. And that means that, your heart has been grieving, whether you're grieving the loss of a person, a project, a job, maybe just your normal routine. Everything's thrown off right now. But yeah, this spread feels like heartache, actually. And that you've been feeling bad. So Cypress says, in times of grief, I allow my sadness to be eased by the understanding that love lives on beyond the transition of death. So literally, if you are grieving the loss of someone, please know in your heart of hearts that life and love lives on beyond the transition of death. So take comfort in that. Take comfort that your loved ones are okay, and you're going to be okay too. You're going to be okay. But it is okay to just really slow down, and whether that means sleeping more, resting more, and then hopefully meditating more. But it's definitely a message to relax and go within, because you're almost done with this, okay? So our little flower whisper card said, know that you can start late, look different, be unsure, and still triumph. If you have been feeling like shit for a very long time, so sad, just, oh my gosh, it's just been, you've been inconsolable, this pain, it's like, you can always still start again. You can always restart. Even if it feels like this has been going on a real long time. So that's good news for you. That is good news for you, because you're about to rebirth. You are about to rebirth. Get out of this, right? Get out of this darkness. It's okay to feel the darkness. It's okay to acknowledge it. I mean, it is what it is. But you are about to feel better in rebirth. So Evening Primrose says, Evening Primrose helps you to release old wounds and feelings of rejection, self-pity, and other heart-heavy issues you may have carried from birth or early childhood. Ooh, she allows for a sort of a spiritual rebirthing, or a birthing of your true self. So you can make room for more joy, more fun, and more playfulness in your life. So yeah, this is definitely the message of pile number 1. Like, it's just been so rough for you. It's just been, with good reason. It's like, the reason is there. You could feel like shit forever if you wanted to, because it's totally justifiable, except for the fact that your true nature is to be happy. But it's like, what happened, whether it is a loss of someone or something from early childhood, like really heart heavy stuff that you're carrying, it is justified. But you can still choose to release it and let it go, and allow it to leave, so that you can be rebirthed now into something new. So Evening Primrose wants you to release the old wounds, release those feelings of rejection. So if this is just even something like, I just don't feel good about myself, like I just, it's saying you got to release that rejection. You got to release that pity party, that self-pity. and allow yourself to have that spiritual rebirthing. So that takes us back over to skull cap. You got to start meditating. You have like zero excuses anymore. I'm accepting none of them. And I'm talking to myself here. You know, it's like my meditation practice right now is so lame. I'm just gonna call myself out on it. It's like that was nothing. Like you can have more discipline than that. You can meditate longer than that, or just make it a priority more. But it's like, yeah, if you want to have that spiritual rebirth, you've got to go within. You've got to meditate, but no shame. And if you are just completely grieving to the point where it's inconsolable pain in your heavy heart, there is no shame in sleeping and sleeping and sleeping as much as you need to. Because when you do sleep, your spirit gets to go back into source energy and like recharge. It can connect with the energy of your loved ones that you're missing so much. It helps your body deal with the stress of grief. So sleep as much as you want, but at some point you have to pull yourself together a little bit, and maybe that's even just to meditate before you go to sleep, right? Get into that practice, meditate yourself into your nap, into your slumber, and then just every day try to feel a little bit more better, because birth is not easy. And Evening Primrose is saying it's not going to be like, okay, I feel like crap, now I'm happy. This birthing is going to be a process. But if you allow yourself to, if you allow your true self to come through, you can make room for more joy, more fun, and more playfulness in your life. And if you've just been so sad and negative for so long, don't let that deter you, because your flower whisper is saying you can start late and still triumph. You can have been miserable for the last 20 years and still find happiness and joy. You can always think that you've never had the focus, the mental focus to meditate, but you can actually still try and succeed and get a meditation practice, like whatever it is that you're wanting. So anyways, that's number 1, lavender, skullcap, evening primrose, cypress, and yeah, a message of sleep, meditation, rebirth, finding solace in your transition, letting go of grief and sorrow, and just knowing that you can start late, look different, be unsure, and still triumph. Card number 1. Okay, what the hell? This heat's cranking. All right, that was fun. All right, number 2. Dang. Whew. What order did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if you chose pile number 2, it's your turn now to get a message. That was fun how pile number 1 came all together. I'm like chilling out a little bit, like, oh, okay, I trust my oracle cards to make at least a little bit of sense. And I did pick them all really intuitively. I sat, I shuffled, I asked for it to be a clear message. So on that note, cards, don't make me look like a fool. If you picked pile number 2, your herbs today are turmeric, yarrow, forget-me-not, valerian, and you got a good card for your flower whisper. All right, so I can see the message instantly. This is kind of funny. So turmeric has a message of diversity. Yarrow has a message of open. Forget-me-not has a message of awareness. Valerian has a message. The one that pops out is a leader, and your Flower Whispers message is all about boundaries. All right, so if you picked pile number 2 right off the top of the bat, I want to say that, you know what, you can be open to have a lot of different people in your life, a lot of different experiences and fun, and, you know, perception and awareness changes, because you are a leader and people are going to be attracted to you. But honey, you got to learn to set your boundaries and know how to say no. I mean, it's like you have a lot going on in your life. You have, you know, lots of experiences. You got friends, family, coworkers. People are just drawn to you like moth to a flame because you have so much energy. You're a leader. You know, people see you and want to play with you because you're fun, right? You have a little bit of feline energy here with Valerian. And you know, I'm glad that there's a cat here on one of these cards, because it's like, if you've ever had a cat or been around a cat, it's like they'll let you know when it's time to play, and they'll let you know when it's time to stay away. Like, they are really good at self-care, making boundaries, letting you know what they're in the mood for or not. So you kind of have to like give yourself that permission to be that sassy kitty if you need to be, and give yourself permission to be that playful cat when you want to be. But yeah, there is definitely a message that is like, you're going to be attracting a ton of different people, different experiences, because either one, you are literally in a leadership position, or you just have that leader vibe that people are drawn to you. So there's going to be a lot of different people. I had a friend message me yesterday saying like, hey, I haven't seen pictures of your kids for a while. And I was like, yeah, one, because they asked me to quit sharing pictures of them on the internet, and two, I just basically said it, sometimes I attract a bunch of fucking creeps, because like of what I don't know, just putting yourself out there on the internet, you can get a little bit of everything. And it's like, hey, you gotta just protect, shelter your kiddos, especially when they tell you to quit posting pictures of them. So it's like, that's why you haven't seen my children, because yeah, every once in a while there is somebody that you have to really define those boundaries with. And so Yarrow has a message for you to be open to experiences in love, and that's what it says on the card. But I've worked with Yarrow for a very long time, and it also has a message of protection and boundaries. Like, I almost want to say boundaries, bitch, because it's like sometimes you have to be like, this is the effing line, and how about you respect it? Not that you have to have a chip on your shoulder like that, but every once in a while you do have to go up and redefine the line, and then be kind of like diligent respecting that rule yourself, you know, because it's like so easy, like you want to let people like cross over the line, you're like, but you do it once, or you know the saying, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So that's kind of the vibe on this pile number 2. Number 2, it's a bunch of shit. Like, don't let people take advantage of you, you know what I mean? And don't let people cross over those boundaries, because yeah, there'll be energy zappers. It could put you in a situation that you're uncomfortable with, that you're like, dang it, why did I even give that person permission? I'd like to have access to me, and now they're harassing me. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're a leader in your life, just make sure that you are open to the diversity, you're open to interacting with anyone and everyone in your highest good and the highest good of the all, but maintain your boundaries. You can still be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. That's what your Flower Whispers card is for pile number 2. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. So I'm getting better at saying no, and it feels pretty good. All right, so Forget Me Not is all about awareness. On this Soulflower card, it says, Forget Me Not wants to raise your awareness of your connections, not just to loved ones, but to all beings in all realms, including yourself. When you can understand this connection, you can let go of your fears of loneliness, isolation, and separation, because you realize the true immortal nature of your divine soul. Well, this takes us into a more expanded message for sure. So it's like, yeah, be open to people, but not even just people. Be open to the plants, to the birds, to everything that's here on earth. Be open to your spirit guides, to subtle energies, to extraterrestrial energies. Like, be open to connecting with everything, because you are part of the all. You are part of all that is. We are one is just not just a hippy dippy saying. We are one because there is only one. There is only the all. And at the end of the day, there's all that is, and that's it. So it's like, if you can just be aware of this incredible unity, connectedness, you are connected to everything. You're connected to the lilac bush outside. You're connected to the people around you. You're connected to your loved ones. You're connected to the idiot at the end of the bar who keeps sending you kisses. I can see this guy so clearly. Yeah, that's the guy you want to have boundaries with and maintain that. But however, you also have to know that he and you guys are connected by the infinite consciousness of Source, God, all that is. And that is a big thing and hard for people to accept, because they're like, I love you and I'll love you forever and we'll spend eternity together with people that you like. But it's hard to think that you're connected to everybody. Especially, it's like, it's also a challenge of for some people to be connected to animals. It's probably really a challenge for someone to be connected to rocks and trees and flowers. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, yeah, I see them. They're over there. They're pretty. But it's like, no, there is just one energy field and you're all in it and everything's in it and you're all connected. So it's like, Forget Me Not wants you to be open to this greater awareness. And see the diversity in the world with new, fresh eyes, and see yourself being connected to everything. So when you're watching the TV or the news or whatever, and you see something and it seems like an us and them type of vibe, stop yourself right there and challenge yourself to feel that connection, or just, acknowledge the fact that, just say, I am connected to all beings in all realms. I am connected to all beings in all realms. I am connected to myself. I am connected to Source. And then it's like, you will always have this kind of nice feeling of inclusion. If you've been feeling isolated and alone or separate from things, changing your perspective with Forget Me Not will help you realize your true immortal nature, because we are connected to everything. So that's pretty cool. I love the Forget Me Not flowers. They're tiny and little, but just as important to creation as everything is. So Valerian, then, with the kitty cat, has a message for you that says, while others may run from a foul-smelling situation, I hunt for the source of the conflict and turn it to my advantage. So as we look in the world and we see some types of diversity that's, I'm just going to say it, offensive to us It's like, no way am I connected to that energy. No way do I want to be a part of that. It's like, look at it anyways and try to see how you have something to learn from that foulness, or that you can see through the conflict and find the solution, or you can kind of just be open to the message of whatever comes your way. So anyways, the message for pile number 2 is to be open to the diversity, know when, to maintain your boundaries, but then also understand that you are connected to all of it. So take a look at it and turn it to your advantage. So if you are in that experience where like you're going to have to maintain your boundaries, you're going to have to say no, it's challenging you, see if you can find the lesson in that. See if you can turn it around to your advantage. If you can see like, why is this person triggering me? Why do I want this person to just take 300 steps back for now, right? And kind of just see if you can learn from it, turn it to your advantage. But at the end of the day, remember that you can be a kind person. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. Card number 2. All right, this will be fun. Okay. Processing. Excuse me. All right. So if you chose pile number 3, now it's your turn. Thanks for being patient and waiting for your message. I'm excited for pile number 3. So let's see what herbs you got. Ooh, nettle, marshmallow, nettle again. Ginger. Ooh, that's what I'm drinking today. And you've got a very sweet flower whisper card. All right, so double nettle. Yeah, baby, are you feeling it? All right, so your Witch's Kitchen card, the nettle on there comes with a message of caution, and your Soulflowers nettle has a message of transformation. I was excited for pile number 3, and now I know why, because there's double nettles. All right, so listen, double nettles is pretty intense. I mean, I strongly connect with the nettle personality, absolutely. So it's like, whew, like one time in the podcast time in the studio with Sarah Marie Miller, she asked me, if you were an herb, which herb would you be? And I just right off the bat shouted out stinging nettle. Yeah, because of the boundaries that she maintains, right? And yeah, I guess I was also feeling kind of bitchy that day too. But anyways, stinging nettle is here twice for you. 1 with a message of caution, and 2 with a message of transformation. Now, what I love about this, though, is that marshmallow is nestled in between these 2 stinging nettles with a message of compassion, right? So it's like, yeah, you may be a little rough around the edges. You may sting people. You may have sharp words. You might not be that lovable all the time. So marshmallow is kind of like, let's soften up a bit, right? So this is like a nettle sandwich with marshmallow in between. And to me, that has a message, is like, yeah, even if you are prickly and stinging on the outside, in the inside, you're sweet. So you need to remember that. Sometimes life hardens you. It's like you didn't mean to become stinging nettle, but it's like with everybody's bullshit, hello, now you're nettle, right? So it's like you've got what people want, you're nutritious, you've got all this protein and minerals, and you can help people, you can help build them up. You've got great energy. That's the thing about nettle. It's got great energy, but it's like, for whatever reason, you just gonna sting the hell out of people sometimes. Probably because life made you that way, right? For whatever reason, people took too much from you. They didn't respect you. And so now you've got these stingers. You've got a little stinger in your way you come off, or, you know. Anyways, Marshmallow saying, hey, as long as you know that at your very core, inside of you, you are a sweetheart. Okay? You are a sweetheart, and you have the ability to feel compassion, to feel for people. So it's like, after you sting them, feel bad for them. That's funny. So it's like, sorry, dude, I just punched you in the face, but does it make you feel any better? I feel compassion for you now. I feel compassion you had to deal with me. So anyways, start to soften up within you, inside of you. You know, don't forget to nurture and yourself within. All right, so also nettle has a message of transformation. And nettle says, wake up. That's what nettle says to you. Wake up. Nettle helps you transform foggy thinking so that you can respond to prickly or heated situations by speaking up for yourself in alignment with your own truth and without harboring resentment or attachments that can leave you feeling tired, congested, and irritated. So now we understand why you even do have stinging nettles, because you are constantly put into situations where you do have to stand up for yourself or speak up for yourself. You have to like protect your own truth. Maybe you've been like the black sheep of the family, or you just go against the grain of the sheep collective, right? Like you're in the process of waking up, or you're actually woke, and it's like you constantly have to stand up for yourself, right? So maybe that's why the first one was like caution. You know, it's like people just come at you sometime, right? But what you need to do is stay in alignment with your own truth no matter what, okay? And don't get resentful of people for their reaction to you. So it's like, hey, maybe you are a sweetheart nettle, and you're like, I'm stinging nettle, but I still want to cuddle, right? And it's like, and some people can cuddle you and deal with you, but some people you offend and rub the wrong way and give them a crazy rash emotionally, but like nettle does. You can't feel bad too much for the way they react to you, okay? And it's like, they might react negative to you. Well, that's fine. That's their deal. Your job now is to not let yourself get resentful, okay? Don't let them deplete you. Don't let them irritate you. Like, you are who you are. And, you know, you have to have compassion for people, that they are how they are. And do not let their reactions to you or what you believe in or what you think have any effect on you. If you can just not let it even touch you, that's the best, okay? But if it does touch you, do your best to not don't attach to it, don't cling on to it, don't fight, don't get resentful. Try to just be like, okay, that's fine, that hurt me too, like, or I don't know, acknowledge the feeling, emotion, but then let it go. And then keep on being you, being true to you, no matter what. And so ginger ginger is very fiery. We got it Tuesday with the tarot. It's all about acceleration, accelerate your energy, your passions, be daring, be you no matter what, right? I mean, you can still have caution, of course, but allow yourself, as long as it's not hurting anybody, to do your own thing and be who you are. So if you've had some stagnant energy, you just feel kind of frigid, delays, energy is not moving. It's great that nettle's here with the energy of transformation, right? Nettle will help get your blood going, remove that congestion, give you a new spring in your step. It's a great detox. Ginger also is here to move that passionate energy for you. So ginger wants you to say, I propel myself rapidly in the direction of my innermost dreams by feeding the fire of my deepest passions. So this is a really cool pile number 3, because it's like it wants you to stoke your own inner fire of your passions and yet still have compassion, right? So it's asking you, I think in a lot of ways too, to rebalance your inner energy so that you can be in alignment with your own truth, with your own drum. Keep walking to the beat of your own drum. Keep following the things that you want to do. So yeah, if people are coming in that are challenging you because it's like you're feeling like you have to speak up for your truth, I mean, speak up for yourself as much as you need to, and then just get back on track by feeding the fire that's inside of you. Like, don't give away too much of your energy. If you picked up pile number 3, you've got something inside of you that you're passionate about. Keep feeding that fire, okay? Keep feeding into your inner visions, your inner dreams, your truth of what you want to do. If people have depleted you, wake up, okay? Clear your thinking so that you can, keep in the right direction for you. And so then your flower whisper says, do what makes you come alive. That is what the world needs. So it's not just like do what you're passionate about because you're a selfish bugger. Like, that's not even the message. The bigger message is do what you're passionate about because you're a selfish bugger, and that is what the world needs. What the world needs is everybody doing what they want to do. What the world needs is people who are in alignment with themselves. What the world needs is people who quit criticizing everybody else. What the world needs is people who are compassionate, who are doing their inner work to let go of resentment. What the world needs is creative pursuits. So you do what makes you come alive, because that is what the world needs. Card number 3 got gypped. Card number 3. That was quicker than all the other ones. They got increasingly quicker. The first one was like 15 minutes. Card number 2, 12 minutes, 40 seconds. And that one didn't even get 12 minutes. Hey, I told my kids I'd be done by noon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, here we go. Outro. Ugh. So I would say those are 3 very distinct messages. So I hope you enjoyed yours, whether you picked card pile number 1, number 2, number 3. Those were all good. I appreciated hearing every single one of those messages, and I totally appreciated hanging out with you. Thanks for spending so much time with me this week at Ho, hanging out with Violet, talking to the trees, talking to the flowers, and yeah, just getting ourselves to feel more connectivity. I mean, that's the name of the game. Going within, nurturing ourselves, finding out what we're really excited and passionate about, and then following that bliss, or maybe not even bliss, just something that you think is fun. So I hope you can take that into your weekend. I'll see you back here next week. You need a reason to live? Well, next week we're doing week number 13. We're gonna manifest more dreams. And the herb of the week for next week is California poppy. So there you go. I hope to see you again soon. All right, background music.
Woo! So I would say those are 3 very distinct messages. So I hope you enjoyed yours, whether you picked the card pile number 1, number 2, number 3. Those were all good. I appreciated hearing every single one of those messages, and I totally appreciated hanging out with you. Thanks for spending so much time with me this week at Ho, hanging out with Violet, talking to the trees, talking to the flowers, and yeah, just getting ourselves to feel more connectivity.
More connectivity.
That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game.
Nurturing ourselves, finding out what we're really excited and passionate about, and then following that bliss, or maybe not even bliss, just something that you think is fun. So I hope you can take that into your weekend. I'll see you back here next week. Do you need a reason to live? Well, next week we're doing week number 13. We're gonna manifest more dreams. And the herb of the week for next week is California poppy.
Woo!
So there you go.
California poppy.
Soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me record my podcast. I'm going to upload it and take pictures and update the Instagram page for today and yesterday because I totally slacked on that. So much love.